Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Well, welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Well, welcome back to the channel, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Today we have a little bit of a long reading. It's the Blue Devil #1, $1.25 back in 1985. It's an annual book by Gary Cohn and Dan Mishkin. Now, before we begin, don't forget this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get right into it. You don't see many joggers here on the Christie Street in New York's Greenwich Village, not even in the daytime. This guy's running. Well, there's a reason for that. This is definitely not my idea of a night on the town. I don't even know how I got here or why the man-bat's chasing me. Last thing I remember is changing into the... I thought all those little shops were closed. But any port in a storm, I always say, and he runs in there. Geez, that sucker looks angry. If he decides to break through the glass, have no fear, Jack Ryder. The dread creatures of the night cannot enter this palace. Yes, I know, you, Jack, in both your guises. Save the spook stuff for the kiddies, lady, and tell me what's going on around here. For starters, who the heck is that? Men call me the Phantom Stranger, and some say that I stand aloof from worldly matters. Yet it is man who readily ignores the cries of the helpless plight of those around him. But I have watched the workings of the world too closely to deny another stranger's pleas or reject the hands of French. And just what do you think you're doing? Treating souls in turmoil isn't only up to you, my friend, and I can handle this one on my own. So thank you, but no thanks. Forgive the interruption, Jack. How'd you do that? Have you no respect for the forces at work here, strangers? For the powers that brought Jack Ryder to me? Your presence will disrupt the magics that protect this palace. I recognize the risk quite well, Madame Xanadu. It is you who do not understand. Their innocence is lost, but all's not known to them. That from the nether reaches spy. Nor mortal, nor yet dead, their struggles crown. Hold! What voice now comes? They clash like savage dogs when they might just say, hi? A blast of supernatural energy trapped Dan Cassidy, special effects master and stuntman supreme, into the skin of his greatest contraption forever after he would be known and honest to good Blue Devil. And you thought you had problems. Come on, #1, at least try to make it look like I'm in trouble. We're still working out the bugs, Cassidy. Another couple of sessions, and we'll have these animatronics up to speed. All right, everybody, let's break for lunch now and work on it. Some more later. Well, boss, was I right or was I right? I've got to admit those monster machines of yours look pretty good, Dan. I was a little dubious when they costed out at 2 mil, when they costed out at 2 mil a piece. But it looks like you've pulled it off. Blue Devil is going to be another winner. Can't argue with that. And I've got a couple more gimmicks to show you. And when I get back from my workshop, Marla's going to love the mini buzzsaw gag. All I have to do is find it and the mess in there. I've got to get a regular place to live so I can at least spread out the clutter a little more. Egad, it's the Blue Devil himself, but he mustn't be allowed to return to his shop just yet. Oh no, for Felix Faust has need that which lies within. I must prevent him from entering, and that can easily be accomplished with a simple application of Atwell's artifice of awesome animation. What? That sounded like a scream. Look out! Geez, Mike, I thought you shut the power down. I did. The robots are just going crazy. Whoa, what are you guys up to? Turn these things off before they get damaged. But they started up by themselves, like they've got minds of their own. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with the controls. Now get back to that console and fix it. And I'll try to keep these big fellas busy. Maybe even pull the internal guidance units. Yo, how'd they get so fast all of a sudden? Another second, and it would have been mashed devil for supper tonight. Ah, sweet mayhem. And while the Azure anthropoid is otherwise engaged, Faust the Cunning will seek his prize. Faust the Cunning. That has a certain ring to it. So this is the lair of the celebrated special effects wizard. Mere tricks of electronics and camera angles, these, but somewhere in the droves, I'll find a far more diabolic entertainment, and it will be the means by which Faust the Cunning, I like that, shall rule the world. Let's get cracking, Marla. If you can't stop these robots on the console, I'm going to have to bust them up. Don't you dare, Cassidy. We'll have control back in no time, won't we, boys? Boys? Junk. All the mechanized garbage where is? Ah, here you are, my pretty. So beautiful, so beautiful. So put it back where you found it. Who? I know not the globe's true purpose, but its evil is palpable. Surrender the artifact. Magic. Have a heart, Marla. I'm getting clobbered. You gotta let me fight them. Once devil, I must wrongly call you foul. I most wrongly call you foul, and did regret my swiftness to indict. I make amends now, and I name you pal. Stand clear, you're rescued by a demon's might. Huh, you invited, who you invited you to this dance? These beasts of steel and wire, glass and cable, would deem ill guided to resist your power. Now wait, you don't understand. Those babies cost a lot of money. But though you falter, Etrigan's still able. Upon thee their tiny fragments he will shower. They're not, he didn't. Don't look, Marla. But now, if I'm done with demonic pranks and ready to accept your heartfelt thanks. Thanks? You want thanks? You've just cost us $6 million, you idiot. Take care what names you call this demon knave. For lesser slights I've shown men to an early grave. Well, or actually, the insurance company will pay the $6 million, I guess. My workshop. Now somebody's totaling my workshop. Away, stranger, the nether pod stays with me. Never! My hunger drives me to the fray anew. I'll tell you of my fearsome intuition. Etrigan doth fancy this magician. Methinks I'll dine tonight on magic stew. There's no need for this, Etrigan. I had the better of him. Retreat, the orb is mine. Our world, or would you quibble mine to hold or pass? Yee, or dribble. No, that is my destiny. You've stolen it. Give it back. The game plays on and you still warm the bench, Daniel. Ah, what the heck, send me in, coach, and later on you can tell me what sport this is. Heads up, Moonbeam. How about a little 3-on-1? Unfair, I must depart to the plot of subtle stratagem. Say, hey, how'd he do that? It is a simple spell, and where destination known, both Etrigan and I could follow. No fooling. Why don't you show me how easy it is? And disappear. You're joking, of course. You helped us to secure this object. Calm, my friend. I was trying to stop your demolition derby in here. What's so important about gleaming? Whatchamacallit anyway? That's it. Worth busting up my face for? Who are you? Tell me to keep calm, for Pete's sake. I am a stranger. Well, hey, that sure clarifies things all right. Huh. What's he babbling about? A hair-slinging honey named Belle whipped up breakfast uncommonly well, but she scrambled sins, and now each day begins, frying eggs on the sidewalks of hell. Eggs? Things are moving a little too fast for me, Madame Xanadu. No sooner do I run into all your magic types than two of them go zapping off to the west coast, and you hustle me into a crosstown cab. There is a great evil afoot, Jack, and I believe that you may be key to its undoing. If you say so, but I still don't understand any of this. I just wish what happened last night wasn't so fuzzy in my mind. It was like being lost in a fog, and I could only hear this one voice calling me, telling me what to do, and I was scared, really scared, that I didn't obey it. It would leave me in the fog forever. So when it said to climb to the top of the bridge, well, I climbed, which isn't too difficult when you're the creeper. I don't remember how long it was before the man-bat showed, but the shock of being swept up into the air must have cleared my head for an instant. I twisted out of the man-bat's grip. Don't, you fool. We're not at the museum yet. And then, an impulse, I switched back to Jack Ryder. That seemed to break the mysterious control I was under. But I figured it might return if I became the creeper again. So I ran, like a bat out of hell, if you'll pardon the expression, and ended up at your palace. Meanwhile, elsewhere, yes, much better, I should have drifted from the tried and true approach. Why face my foes directly, when I might deviously deploy Durwood's dictum of digital domination? Fly, my servant, fly. Wing your way toward my goal, the Museum of Natural History. Here, rodent, here lies his seed. Now obey my will. And smash the glass. Looks like you were right about which museum, Madam X, and that potion you whipped up for me is keeping my head straight. Beware the creeper, slave. He is no longer subject to your master's will. Hey, get back here, you long-eared galoot. Have no fear, Jack. He shall not escape. Screech, bright light blinding me. He's disoriented. That means my turn to play pin the wings on the man-bat. Hold him, creeper. He must be subdued. Easy for you to say. You don't have to smell his breath. Yah, cease this madcap fluttering. You master commands. Stop at once, I say. Follow the bouncing ball, Madame Xanadu. It must be important. So I also believe. You look thirsty, bats. Try some of this. It's what I always drink when spells of subjugation have me down. Wow, fast relief. You ought to be patient, that stuff. You ought to patent that stuff. He is supposed to be able to get up eventually, isn't he? It's required but a moment for his mind to clear. He is again himself now, and I'm hungry. Come, friends, let's find who did this. The spell is broken. It must be disconcerting to be summarily rejected. And my finger hurts. The pain subsides, but there is no hint of Durwood's victim. Now, what? Both netherpods have been denied, but there are other means, riskier ones, to gain my objective. So be it. I begin with the conjuration of an ordinary egg, but once the vessel of life oozes the essence of the image before me, crack. The quickening that follows will most extraordinarily indeed. A second egg. The audience gasps in delight. And behold, and a second conjuring as well. Okay, suppose it is an egg. What if the egg, what is the Faust guy want for it? And what was it doing in my workshop? Felix Faust seeks dominion over all mankind, Danielle. In the past, he has employed fearsome Demang to do his bidding. As to this punitive egg and his presence here, brittle cell of age beyond all reckoning, what waits within impatient inmate pecking against your walls, and when you crack from their tattooing, then out they'll dance to work a world's undoing. Hey, don't drop that thing. It might, I fear, my friend. Oh, yuck. Look at that. I'm glad I didn't eat that. It already has. Into your realm, infernal offspring, squirm and squirrel. We're failed with 3 to keep the fiends at bay. But does Faust claim victory today, or merely set for Etrigan a scrumptious meal? This book is crazy. And in the arid desert on the north and east, now I wait, Faust, the patient knows, the true mage must upon occasion bide his time, but very soon that time will come. But then, in the darkened movie house, strange as that might sound, came revelation. Oh yes, I had almost come to believe that my dream of power would never bear fruit. Of all the audience who but Felix the Percipitive realized the great demon on the screen was mere special effect, but a veritable lord of hell. From that moment I knew that I would rule. I had but the plan and the will. So royal birthing pit, the mystic nexus churn. Let heaven and hell feed the unholy life. And when it does, the Faust, the invincible, will reign over all. And then meanwhile, stranger, I have need of you and the others. A demon seed has hatched, and we are nearly overwhelmed by the imps. As you can see, madam, we three are similarly beset, and you and I both know what this may lead to. I see no quandary here, no hellish doom. Who cares in larval beasts abound? Just scoop the bodies off the ground. They're only tasty tidbits to consume. No thanks, I'm just learning to like sushi. The threat is real, Edrigan, or would you have these creatures grow into an army of adult demons? Certainly Edrigan is all aware of the stakes. You will not, Madame Xanadu. Like so, starting butterfly collection, now stranger. In his curious way, he is disposing of the imps while we merely talk. Perhaps we ought best follow his lead. And as we worm our way back to the Big Apple, these nests you came up with work great, Madame Xanadu. They just gobble up the little buggers. Hey, come back here, you. Where'd they go? I saw a bunch of them rounding the corner. I wonder if they could have doubled. Learn to watch your rear better, creeper. They've mashed into a giant creature that even your enhanced strength can't handle, but mine can. How'd she manage that? She looks as delicate and fragile as a flower, but she's hefting the big beastie like it was nothing. I have my ways, creeper, but I think you can take care of things from here. If not, I know where to reach you. Did you see her, Madam X? Who was that masked woman? Shall I tell you, Jack? Yeah, she was but a student named Matilda Morrock, until the day she saw an old woman about to be run down by a florist truck. Needless of her own safety, she saved the woman's life, but was herself struck across the face by a tumbling bouquet of orchids. No ordinary blossoms were those, my friends, for they had been saturated with the fallout from a bomb's test on the isle of their origin. Soon the girl was exhibiting remarkable powers induced by the radiation, and she vowed to use them only for good, battling evil, the Black Orchid. That's some story, MX, and one that I alone was privy to learn till now. But tarry no longer, creeper. Our work is not done yet. This is not unfolding as I had planned. The demon imps hop about at random, easy pickings for the so-called heroes. The creatures must be too far distant to home in on the birthing pit. Thus, I must facilitate their journey. Hence, by means of Portnoy's penultimate portal. Oh, what's that smell all of a sudden? It is a mystic disturbance. You sense Man-Bat. Faust attempts a new ploy. What is this? A knock-knock joke? No joke, Jack. It is Portnoy's portal of potent enhancement, and the imps well understand its purpose. We cannot allow them to be set free in unknown climes. You mean go after them? Then across the continent? Rats. I was sure I saw a couple of those suckers head this way. Hey, Cassidy, what are you outfitted for? If you're trying to catch chicks, that net's not really nearly big enough. By the way, did you find that glowing rock I left in your workshop? What? You put it there? Yeah, I mean, no harm done, right? See, I brought it back from Isle of Diablo for a souvenir like. But when I started glowing and pulsating last week, I kind of got the willies. I figured you'd know what to do with it. These critters are from Ile del Diablo? Then this magic net must be sending them back to the Abros dimension. Of all the lame-brained numbskull wave, where'd you go? I'll kill him. That is a pleasure you must defer until these imps have been dispelled, kind sir.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Right. Gotcha. Mumble flumble merlig club, burflig bubble double blub. Quit talking with your mouth full. Now, where'd the rest of them get out? Go. Perhaps you did not hear me well. All of them are you. I speak the truth, not bald invention. Unlike others I could mention, as I have witnessed glory turn to folly, but unreasoning fate I in all my travels through worlds undreamed of by mankind. Hey, cut it out, you two. The phantom stranger is talking. Oh, sorry. Never mind, the time grows short in any event, for although we've met the challenge here, the others have not proved so able. But Xanadu's mystic emanations are strong, and we shall join her, though 1,000 alien hells should bar the way. I'll grant you have a style, stranger, sparking, darkly seeking signs, but pray, what terror lurks, what danger. When we simply cross state lines. No, not now, not when all my careful planning has nearly borne its fruit, when the scent of the sweet nectar of godlike might is so near that I can taste it. What the? I've got my tunic on now. I'll bet none of you magic guys even owns a suitcase. I thought you might feel more at home at battle garb, Daniel. But if you want the truth, I could probably feel more at home in a cemetery at midnight. But nobody ever seems to ask before they drop me in the middle of a fight. So let's just get over with. Halt! What must you super beings always meddle so? Yipes, I only seek world domination. Is that really so much? At the rate none of my imps will reach the birthing pit, my only recourse is a final usage of Dernwood's dictum, and the hero least likely to have acquired an immunity to that spell is the Blue Devil, the latest pawn of fearsome Felix. One last bite shall end this blight. No way, half pint. My master commands that the demonist prevail. Uh-oh, Big Blue's gone off the deep end. He is under Faust's control, and I've no potion left. You must stop the Blue Devil any way you can, as one phony spook to another, Hornhead. I'm sorry, it has to go down this way, but better you than me, I guess. The fool. They ignore the last remaining imp, even as it nears the birthing pit. And though they've broken my hold on the Billy one, and broken my finger too, I think so, Felix Faust has won the day. You okay, Big Blue? We had to do it otherwise. Speak your own part, creeper, when apologies you measure. For Etrigan bears no regrets. Indeed, it was my pleasure. But all for naught, stranger. The birthing pit seethes with mystic turmoil, and great evil prepares to stride the earth anew. Yes, his power is a warning now, power that will be Faust to control. Honestly, you sound like a garden variety thug. You preen like a snapdragon. What? Let go. No one may handle Felix the Ferocious in this manner, when you're really just a pansy. Hey, you don't have to kill the bum. You hear the way he splattered? Yum. A lot of rhyming. Who has that woman? Who was that woman anyway? Here is a secret, my friend, that I have held in strictest confidence for many years. Once she was a brilliant science student named Paula Porter. Then came a fateful day when she visited a local university to observe a unique radiation experiment. In the course of the events of the unknown to all, the bouquet of orchids were accidentally irradiated, leaving her the last. Paula stumbled. Soon the girl was exhibiting remarkable powers reduced by the radiation, and she vowed to use them only for good, battling evil as the Black Orchid, and pricked the fingers on the thorns and those selfless stems. Wait a minute. Madame Xanadu, I thought you said, think, Jack Ryder, orchids have no thorns. These orchids did, these orchids did. They were special. Of course, stranger, everything is special in your stories. You can argue later, Scree, because right now, hell's a-poppin'. Oh, little devil, your mighty brother has returned to you. Oh, no, is this someone's idea of a gag? That's Nebrios, except he was supposed to be trapped in his own dimension forever. It can't be him. Precisely. All is not what it may seem to be. The lumbering entity is of him, but not he. Once more this world will tremble beneath Nebra's footfall. Not him, Hump. I think not. And his traitorous little brother will be the first one flattened by his heel. Well, I got to tell you, he's doing an awful good impersonation. Do you not see, Daniel? Excuse me. It was Nibiru's spawn that hatched, and from a single seed he has grown a simulacrum of ensorcelled sand with all the demons, memories, excuse me, and powers. And he sure remembered me, doesn't he? With a vengeance, I would say. Yep, this dude is seriously ticked off. I'd better start reaching into my bag of tricks. Here you go, Gruesome. This one always dazzles your daddy. Lights, action. Talk about a tough audience. Hey, how about a little help here, people? People, do you think us human? Phantoms, where's Bats Entrican? No blue dollar juice, Aquaman. Hellfire saves the hour this day, not man. Okay, I get the point. Now, how about cutting me loose? Your freedom will take second place while demons battle face to fog. Well, I can't say I'm sorry the monster shut him up, but now we've got to carry the ball. If this Nebby whatever can really destroy the world, it's up to us to stop him. I'm with you, Creeper, but how are we supposed to do it? That's the part I haven't quite worked out yet. Just do what you can. Keep whacking and tugging away until something gives. Good, he's loosened his grip. I can breathe again, but I think, we've only made him. Oh, in all his eons of existence, Nebbers has never been provoked to such rage. I fear for us all. Now, madam, can no one halt this hella juggernaut? There is no escaping his chomp. Flavorful, but I'm a whim to sink my teeth in many another limb. What is the... Yeah, Nebros leg, what have you done, little demon? Behold, stranger, where Edrin bit, a portion of the monster has disappeared. Then he may be dispatched by the same method that banished the imps. The butterfly nets again. You two own stock in company or something? They worked before, Bluesy, and so they shall again. You have my word. I'd rather have it in writing. Truest. Damn Man-Bat, what choice do we have? Let's go. The weird assemblance, motley clad of leathering wing of scented petal, face their greatest test of metal against the demon spawn gone mad. With the flaying nets they've exercised, and devour another foe of Faust devised. Oil bum and wise with hellish power. You know I have a few creditors I'd like to use that net on. Man-Bat, I've been to the place. We're spending this mud pie. We're sending this mud pie. And I wouldn't wish it on another living soul. All other worldly vermin have been bested. Now let the lesson and the losers be digested. You have all performed your task most excellently, my friends, and no, you have shattered the dream of tragic Faust, but never will you savor victory. This is why you let me live, isn't it? So that you could enjoy my humiliation? Of course, yes, of course it is. You just love to see me haul before the Council of Evil Images again. But that bombastic butterball, Mordrew, won't laugh so loudly when he learns that the Felix Faust has slain you all. Hit the deck. On video cassette, wow. Give it up, Moonbeam. You're surrounded. You don't dare come closer, devil. Not while I command Baxter sending bolts of bafflement. He's got a point. But we have to do something. Madame Xanadu, even my power has its limits, Jack. Ectrin, Man-Bat, Black Orchid, no go. It's a stalemate, Scree. How about you, stranger? Stranger? Huh. You see your allies cower and flee before the wrath of Kroon. My goodness, that was really quite exhilarating. Nice work, Phantom Slugger. But what happens to him now? Felix Faust has begun a long downward journey, Daniel. But where that trek will ultimately take him, it is not my place to tell, for I am but a stranger. Then if we're no longer needed... No, wait, let me say something. We all got together on this caper by accident, but I think we made one terrific team. This could be the start of something big, a regular group of Spooky Justice League of America. Maybe we'd call ourselves, I don't know, the Creeper and the Spirit Squad. What do you think? The 7 of us a team? All for one and one for all? Monthly meetings? Why, that is the stupidest idea I ever heard. Gee, maybe they didn't like the name, huh? The end. Whew, what is this? A pinup of Blue Devil carrying everybody. And what's got in the suit? Okay, well, that was Blue Devil Annual Summer Fun #1 from 1985. Hope you enjoyed that very long reading. Now, don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. And as Papa and the Blue Devil always say,
That was easy.
until next time, Papa is finally out.